So, Jerry, I said at the beginning that you hardly tweet about real estate. What do you tweet about, and how does that generate business for you?
Well, she said earlier, who cares what I, complete that sentence with anything. It's not as though you can only post stuff that's really meaningful and deep and thoughtful. It's just life. Like it's like an online water cooler. You're not going to start talking about these deep questions of life. You just talk about what you're doing. Talk about your food, because, well, guess what? We all eat, and food is actually a pretty big thing, especially in the city. There's a lot of great places to eat. Sometimes I will post a little bit about work, like say I'm showing a condo downtown with a nice view. I'll post a photo. I'll say, guess where this is, you get 3 gold stars if you can guess the building I'm in, or something like that. So I'm awarding virtual gold stars, And it seems to work. It just generates interest, and it's not like, I'm not pushing the message of hire me because, I'm this and that. It's not bragging. It's not a classified ad. It's just casual life. They know what you're doing based on your profile. You should have a link to your website. You have a complete profile that talks about what you do a little bit, but you don't need to hit them over the head with this message of buy, hire me. That's not effective.
I wanted to add to that, actually. We talked about that too. What the three of us do isn't an original thing. I think what makes us different is our personalities, like Karen was saying. So going back to what Jerry does with his tweets, where he doesn't talk about just real estate 24/7, I don't always talk about hair all the time. It's a matter of like getting people in. People want to do business with people they like, know, and appreciate, and are genuine. And I think that when I started following Amanda, it was very genuine. Like I kind of wanted her steaks, but it wasn't really cheesy, And I was like, oh, she totally gets me, So I started going there. But same with, with what Jerry's saying, it's like, when I attract someone to the shop, I think they already have an idea of the type of person I am. So it's easy for me to do business with them and vice versa. So that was a good point that Jerry made, and I agree with him. Like, it's not always about what you do, because people already know what you do. Yep. So it's just more about getting to know them, getting them to get to know them, I guess. Sorry.
Sometimes it's hard to resist the urge, though. You feel like, I'm running a business here. I got to promote myself. So how can I actually say I'm doing business if I'm not talking about my business? But you got to hold back on that and just get to know people first, because if that's all you do, that will show, and people won't be interested in following you or engaging with you.
That's great advice.